The reason for the existence of planet Earth. On this May Day of 2021, we are very pleased to connect with you. You are our representatives on planet Earth, and it is wonderful to see you coming into your own. We are at a very curious time in Earth's ascension process. From the third dimensional viewpoint, life appears to be going on as normal. The great pandemic, as it is called by our controllers, is still ongoing. Our brethren, still sleeping in their programmed existence inside the matrix, are falling more and more deeply into their trance. They have been totally taken over by the ideas and thoughts, the propaganda pressured into them by the media. From a superficial viewpoint, it is hard to see that the light is now in control, dear friends. Yet the light has won. At this time, the great Planet Earth movie is still indicating that the dark is in charge. The great pandemic of 2020 and its aftermath are still being advertised as deadly. Fear of death still haunts those who listen to the narrative that the government and their propaganda arm, the media, perpetuate. Yes, the dark ones, the controllers, are doing their best to keep their control. They are desperate indeed to keep the existing state of affairs as it is. They are desperate to keep humanity cringing in confusion, shaking in fear, so that their power, their command, can continue, so that they can continue to feed off the fear that such disturbance generates. Yet despite all their very best attempts, they are failing. For they, too, are in this third dimensional matrix, this hologram. Yes, they are of a higher frequency than mankind. They can see how to manipulate mankind, and mankind are the manipulated ones, the sheeple, the controlled automatons that are maneuvered and driven to do the bidding of the controllers. So those dark ones who drive the negative narrative are too in a dream state. By the very nature of their obsessive control, of their stressful and overwhelming demands, they too are an integral part of the third dimensional game that is playing out on planet Earth. Many realizations are coming to you now, our dear awakened brethren, our Lightworkers, for now you are truly becoming awake. You are stepping out of the third dimensional fear dream. You are seeing clearly that what is happening on planet Earth today is a managed pantomime, a dramatic theatrical entertainment. You are looking at life now from the upper room of enlightenment and understanding, from the fifth dimension of love. You are seeing the various players in the drama for who and what they are, and you have come to realize things are not what they seem on planet Earth. You are in an illusion, a delusion, a deception perception. All that happens is arranged. That which is happening around you is staged for effect and for you to experience. Human beings, those human bodies with a God spark, with a soul, are not the only inhabitants of this earthly sphere. They are, though, the central players in the drama. They are the ones that all the propaganda, all the false words and fearful narrative are directed at. They are the reason for this 2021 entertainment, an entertainment that has a deep purpose. The purpose of the controllers is to keep control, to keep feeding off those human beings who have a soul, to keep feeding off the pain, the fear, the negative emotions that mankind emanates as he is chased from pillar to post, from one fearful scenario to the next by the manipulations. For the fear that man feels feeds their dark energy system. Mankind, true humanity with a soul, is basically kind and loving. That love has been perverted into fear. The kind has been taken out of mankind. Yet and all, we must needs remember that we set up this stage play ourselves and for ourselves. All the players in this earthly drama planned their lives before they came here. Together they colluded in their heavenly bliss. Who would play the dark? Who would play the light? Who would come to earth with their soul nature intact? Who would come without a soul, without the spark of God, without the flow of source energy coursing through their being? And then there are our extraterrestrial brethren. They are of a totally different nature. They are of reptilian descent. They are not human at all. They are the ones that provide all the evil, wicked control, and, in human terms, profoundly immoral activity that puts humanity into a state of fear and deadly terror. And so, to recap, firstly we have third-dimensional humanity, still embroiled in the fear vibration, feeling deep and dark negative emotions, unable to escape from the prison of imposed thoughts and impressed ideas. Secondly, there are those narcissistic humans deeply entrenched in the low vibration, out for power over others and control of their brethren. These actors are out for what they can get. They are service to self. They look for immediate reward, both monetary and emotional. They are the petty bureaucracy, the politicians, the bankers that thrive off the subservience of their brethren, that long for power, that enjoy the discomfort they impose on their brethren. And thirdly, you, our dear Lightworkers, you from the upper room of understanding, having lifted yourself above this earthly imbroglio, you are different yet again. You are the saviours of the world. You radiate light and love. You are raising the vibration of the earth back to love. Let us look at the purpose of this stage play, the reason for the existence of planet Earth. Why does this low vibrational planet, where love can hardly penetrate, exist in God's holy universe? Earth is the lowest of the low in vibration. There is no hell. It is part of the human entrainment that we have been taught we will go to hell if we do not follow the insane directives of our religions, governments, and culture. The earthly experience itself has been hell, a hell created purposefully for the education of human souls. Earth is, as we have frequently said, a schoolroom. All the players have pre-designed roles that they planned for themselves. With no memory of their eternal souls, they set themselves adrift on this tiny planet to play out the vicissitudes, problems, and scenarios that they set out for themselves to experience. We are here on Earth to do just that, to experience. We are here to eat of the tree of good and evil, and in so doing to advance, to expand our consciousness. We human beings, of various assorted types, all vying against each other in our delusion, are here to learn greater love. We are here to feel painfully, to understand deeply that we do not prefer darkness. We do not prefer hatred, anger, cruelty, sorrow, depression, or any of the desperate feelings in which humanity on earth is embroiled. How can you truly know light without experiencing dark? How can you truly know the deep preeminence and glory of love until you have experienced hatred? That is what we are here to do. We are here to experience darkness. We are here to experience what it is to be without love. And in so doing, oh my goodness, do we come to know love in a greater, deeper way. We Lightworkers are very brave souls, dear ones. We volunteered and were chosen from amongst many to come to earth at this time. We came to save the world. It is the time for the 25,000-year cycle, the precession of the equinox, the repetitive circuit of planet Earth into darkness, to end. It is the time of ascension, the time of revelation. We have played out the drama. We have experienced all that humanity came to Earth to experience. and it is time for us to return to our heavenly reality. It is time for a return to love. So be of good cheer, dear brethren. It may not seem so, but all is well in your world today. The planet Earth drama is coming to an end for you. You have done your work well. You have stood the slings and arrows directed at you by your brethren, for you were always different. Darkness does not love light, for light shines truth upon their deviant nature. And that is just what you have done. You have succeeded in your mission. You have radiated empathy, light, and love into the world. The nature of this hologram, of this elusive drama, is about to be revealed. Disclosure of the truth is already happening. Many of the dark ones have already fallen. Many of those beings that you see are not the original players. Many of the original players have been taken out and replaced by body doubles or clones. The revelation is taking place. The drip, drip, drip of information is turning into a deluge. In their deadly desperation, the narrative of the controllers has become darker and darker. Yes, they too, the mainstream media, the disseminators of the false words and fake news, they too are about to fall. And now you can look at the world around you and all the players that are in it with neutrality and unconditional love, for you know the purpose of this great play. Yes, you are great empaths, and you feel for your still suffering brethren, but you know that they have designed all that is happening around them for themselves. They too are here to experience. Nothing is being done to them without their agreement. And knowing this, you are in benevolent neutrality. You watch the perturbations, the deceit, the distress calmly from a distance, knowing that, painful as it may be, nothing wrong ever happened. For you see that the pain, the fear, the horror that is felt is necessary for the growth of mankind. This human life, with all its discombobulation, is important for the knowing of greater love and for the expansion of the human soul. Yes, be of good cheer, dear hearts, be of good cheer, for all is well in your world, and all that you have so bravely struggled for, all that you are here to achieve, is now coming to pass. Life is good and getting better, and the wonder of it is that the best is yet to come. Yes, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings indeed.